All right, let's shift our focus to India now. After days of intense speculation, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has submitted his resignation to the Governor's Special Secretary at the Lok Bhavan in Bengaluru. The decision was announced after a breakfast meeting with the State Cabinet earlier today. Special Secretary Prabhu Shankar received the resignation in the absence of the Governor, who's out of the state. Siddaramaiah's resignation is yet to be accepted, but remember, the outgoing Chief Minister addressed a press conference as well, in which he said that his deputy, DK Shivakumar, will assume the top post now. Meanwhile, in a social media post, Siddaramaiah assured that he will continue to be active in state politics. DK Shivakumar, meanwhile, has left for New Delhi, where he's expected to meet with the Congress High Command to discuss the leadership transition in the Karnataka government. With the 2028 Karnataka Assembly elections now approaching, the Congress leadership is set to be keen on ensuring a smooth and carefully managed transition to avoid backlash from Siddaramaiah's support base. First, let's talk about Chandrayaan-2. India changed the course of lunar science earlier by helping confirm water on the moon. And now, Chandrayaan-2 may have just uncovered something even bigger. Hidden beneath the moon's darkest craters, scientists believe ancient underground ice reserves may be waiting. Our next story brings you all the details.
3, 2, 1.
The sensors that are updating at this point are providing confirmation.
The race to conquer the moon is no longer about flags and footprints. It is now about one thing: water. And once again, India's Chandrayaan missions are at the center of a major lunar breakthrough. In 2009, India stunned the world when Chandrayaan-1 provided the first major evidence of water molecules on the moon. That discovery transformed global space research forever. Now India may have pushed that discovery even further. Scientists using Chandrayaan-2's advanced radar system say they have found evidence of water ice buried underground inside permanently shadowed craters near the moon's south pole. These are some of the coldest places in the solar system. Earlier findings detected water on the surface or traces of ice in shadowed regions. But underground ice will be far more stable and useful for future missions. Water on the moon is not just about survival. It could be turned into oxygen for breathing and hydrogen fuel for rockets, making long-term lunar bases possible. And the timing could not be more dramatic. The discovery comes just a day after fresh global focus on future moon-based plans led by the United States and China as countries prepare for a new era of lunar competition. The moon's south pole is emerging as the most valuable territory beyond Earth, because whoever controls water on the moon could shape the future of deep space exploration. And once again, India's Chandrayaan program is leading the search.
In a major shift in its nuclear policy, the Trump administration wants to take plutonium, once built for nuclear bombs during the Cold War era, and hand it over to private companies, with the aim of turning this plutonium into fuel for nuclear power plants. A plan that critics warn may prove to be dangerous, especially in the handling of weapons-grade material. Now, if approved, this would be the first time that the American government allows private firms to access plutonium. The move has clearly triggered a sharp debate inside Washington, with some supporters calling it a solution to America's energy problems. While critics warn it could create serious security risks, the U.S. Energy Department currently holds more than 50 tons of surplus plutonium left over from the nuclear weapons program. During the Cold War, for years, the U.S. government planned to dilute much of this material and bury it underground. But now, this strategy is changing again. The U.S. Energy Department said that it has selected 5 companies for advanced negotiations to possibly receive some of this plutonium. Reportedly around 20 metric tons of surplus plutonium, a size large enough to make around 2,000 atomic bombs. The development comes at a time when America's nuclear industry reportedly faces a major fuel shortage as energy firms rush to build a new generation of advanced reactors. Recycling old plutonium stockpiles potentially provides a short-term fix until the United States builds a stronger domestic uranium supply chain. Now, remember that plutonium does not exist in nature. It is essentially a byproduct of nuclear fission, the process that powers nuclear reactors, and therefore plutonium is extremely limited in its supply. But the move to transfer the material to private companies has led to major concerns as well. Democrats and non-proliferation experts warn that plutonium-239, which is the exact same material that is used in nuclear bombs, remains highly dangerous, stating that any transfer to private companies will require extreme security and oversight. These concerns are also rooted in past failures. Remember, a previous U.S. program to convert plutonium into mixed oxide collapsed after massive delays and cost overruns. The project's estimated cost eventually surged above $50 billion before the first Trump administration cancelled it in 2018. While the new plan is still under negotiation, it appears to be in alignment with the Trump administration's goal of quadrupling the size of America's nuclear energy capacity by 2050.